That was like the most confusing part for us. Where should we take the YouTube? Should we just do how-to videos? But we just feel like all the information is already out there. There's thousands, if not millions of videos that teach you exactly how to do it. What could be more meaningful isn't just a how-to manual to make a brand, but to share an inspirational story of how a brand was made in real time.
At the Popup, this might be our last one from, I guess, the winter season until probably the springtime. Going pretty good so far. Talking to people, did a few interviews. So we're here with Lilo. He's here at the Popup. He actually bought a hoodie, I think it was last week, Friday, right?
I think so.
Yeah, so he copped the hoodie. And he was telling me a little bit about his story. And today we're talking a little bit about character. So I want him to, he wanted to share a little bit of, his experiences with what character means to him. And I can let him talk and do his thing.
Yeah, so I mean, when I was walking through here, I saw my man with the hoodies. Right away, the quote stood out to me. It's all about building yourself, building character, growing and then maintaining your growth. And that's pretty much what I've had to do throughout my entire life. When I was young, I really didn't have nobody to look out for me. So I had to learn over time how to walk about life, how to, be a good person, how to move forward. And I mean, it ain't easy for sure, but I think every time you do the right thing, good things happen to you. And that's why I related to growth and maintenance, because I feel like this brand is all about just, building yourself, helping build other people's and supporting community.
For sure, I appreciate that. I want to see if you could leave some advice for someone. What advice would you give to your younger self or someone in that position right now?
If I had to give some advice to my younger self, it would be that, there was times that were really hard for me and I didn't feel like it was gonna get any better. But now I would say just keep your head down, keep pushing forward, and just keep pursuing your dream. Because I remember, 10 years ago from this day, I didn't have nothing. There was times where I had nowhere to sleep. There was times when I had no food, and I didn't know if it was gonna get any better. But I always had a dream of reaching a state where I had, for lack of better words, a comfortable life, where I didn't have to worry about what the next meal was coming from. I didn't have to worry about where I was sleeping that night. And now I'm at a point where I don't worry about those things anymore. And the only thing that I really feel like got me there was me just believing in myself and knowing that whatever I want to do, I can do it. It's going to take time. It's going to take hard work. Sometimes you'll have people to help you, sometimes you won't have people to help you, but at the end of the day, you believe in yourself, then you're in good company. And I remember, 10 years ago, I always told myself I wanted to be a chef in Boston. I wanted to be a chef in Boston. I wanted to work for a good restaurant. And fast forward 10 years, that's what I'm doing now. So I would say anybody out there who's going through a hard time, who's struggling, just believe in yourself, believe in your dreams, and if you can manifest it here and you can believe it, then you can bring it into reality.
For sure, man. I really appreciate the words, Lilo. Thank you, for sure. All right, so we're here at the Popup with
Lauren.
All right, so she stopped by and she's seen the pieces. So what made you stop by?
I was telling him I love the monochrome vibe and the simplicity of the hoodies. But when you read them, you can tell they're all positive, which is huge. Everyone needs positivity on their everyday sweatwear, for sure.
Sure. So the name of the brand is called Growth and Maintenance. So when you think about growth and maintenance, what comes to mind? What does that kind of mean to you?
This one was the days go by, but the year, or things don't happen in a day, but if you let the days go by, it won't happen in a year either. It's beautiful. It's so well put, and it's so true. To grow, you're not always gonna have motivation. You gotta be dedicated and determined, and these are just I feel very mental health oriented, which is great.
For sure. And just for the people listening and watching, what's some advice you give to someone that's growing towards their dreams, but they feel like they're stuck right now? What advice would you tell them to kind of get them encouraged and to get them to keep going?
I'm right there with you, 1, and 2, let's just keep going and have fun along the way, and don't take any person for granted ever, because you never know what's going to happen tomorrow.
All right, but thank you, Lauren. That's it. Appreciate it. Just making progress. Not too cold today, but it feels colder than it actually is. I think it's like 40 something. But the way the wind's set up in downtown, definitely feel more cold. So some inspiration for the people. It's really just about showing up for yourself and making it happen. I feel like a lot of things that we do, we want to see instant progress or instant results out of it. But the biggest results at the beginning is just building character. So it's about building the character to become that person that can do that thing you want to do. It's more so reverse engineering your dream and being it and becoming it first before you get it. I feel like that's the most important part of the journey, really. Yeah, just keep making progress. It's like our third cop car. It's crazy. Like 5, 6 cop cars that just stop by. But it's a good aesthetic though. But yeah, just start where you are and just keep growing, maintaining to where you want to be.
Yeah, I know a lot of Cape Verdes. A lot of people from Playa. Yeah.
We have more colors over here.
And they're positive.
Nah, I appreciate that. They definitely are positive.
Yeah, I love it.
Hey, boss, how you doing?
So what's this for?
This is my last piece I did though. Straight fish roll. This is fish net from a boating company.
Nah,
so 22 hours to put together. I had this old lady do it out in this Italian.
Yup, that was our last pop-up for the holiday season. So we just packed up. We're going back to the unit to get everything back together, restock on what we sold, and basically keep that organized system.
I think TikTok, you can blow up a lot easier on TikTok.
I feel like the people on like the blowing up doesn't really correlate to like meaningful people. It just means like just eyeballs kind of vibe.
And that was it. Another day of progress and growth to add to the books. We just gotta keep growing and maintaining and staying true to our blueprint. Over time, that will prove true and the progress will be evident. So if you're watching, keep growing and maintaining, and we'll meet you at the top.